Well, good morning, everyone. And my goodness, what a difference 24 hours makes. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear me over all of the strong wind and the leaves blowing about, because definitely that cold front is moving in. And I haven't done a walkabout for a while, so I thought I would give you a little glimpse at the garden and how it looks now that a lot of things have been put up. First of all, I have my first rack of wood. And I definitely think later today it will be cold enough to have a fire in the fireplace. Leaves are absolutely everywhere, as is typical this time of year, and I kind of don't mind it too much, especially because I want to show you my new toy. I mentioned it the other day. This is not a sponsored post, but I just bought one of these because I love the idea of converting in an 11-to-1 ratio leaves into leaf mulch, which is just going to be brilliant. I had said originally I thought it was a 9-to-1 ratio, but this is going to be wonderful. So when it's less windy, I'll play with my new toy, set it up, and start taking a lot of these leaves and shredding them into mulching gold. So I've put up, someone came yesterday, my friend Victor, he came and took away a lot of the topiaries, the eugenias, a lot of my larger scented geraniums, anything that wasn't really frost hardy, my big hanging baskets of begonias. I don't save everything, but a lot of it I do, some of my fern. And he took those away to the greenhouse. Now you're still seeing lots of my smaller topiary here. My myrtle and things. It's not supposed to get down to freezing, and obviously when it does I will need to bring those in, but really I try to leave things out as long as possible because they need the sunlight, and it's going to be cold today, but it is going to warm up again. Look at how pretty even something like that Viburnum that I've pruned up, and I'll put a link to that Viburnum pruning, but how pretty it looks with the light coming through it. And let me tell you, it's getting cold, so I'll try not to be too shaky in this video. So the large boxwood topiaries stay outside. These are massive, very, very heavy pots, and they should overwinter just fine. I know I've told you that before, but I get these questions over and over again, and there's so many new subscribers and new viewers that I want to carefully explain that to them as well. The smaller boxwoods that I have over here in the boxwood corner, let me pan over here. Look at how pretty the Boston ivy is starting to look. All of these eventually, probably tomorrow, I will congregate behind the stone wall, the back of my little stone fireplace, and then I blow leaves on them. They're all huddled together to keep one another warm, and that's how they overwinter. The ones on the porch, on the back porch, those also will stay in place. The smaller ones, however, will huddle together with their cousins over here. So I do still have some more winterizing to do, and I will get that done. But again, I've got a little bit of latitude because it's not supposed to be freezing, I don't think, until the end of next week. And this time of year I begin to check every 24 hours. I'm vigilant about checking. I wonder if those were geese. That's very autumnal. I am very vigilant about checking the temperatures. I have lots of my scented geraniums that still need to come in. Some of the smaller ones are actually going to be going to a different location. Now, one thing I noticed, I have mentioned over and over again, that my garden this year has been more of a hobby garden with just potted plants everywhere, things I was experimenting, things I was trying, because it was COVID and the garden was more about me and my hobby versus my garden as a landscape for garden tours. That said, I sure like how uncluttered it looks right now without so many potted plants around. I really had too many, and I was aware of that, but I thoroughly enjoyed them. So the rosemary topiaries will also have to come in, as will all of these guys. These will have to come in, but these are smaller, and they overwinter inside and in other places. And I want to give you a perspective. Let me slowly pan around here. Oh, those sunshine ligustrum that I pruned up, and I'll try to put a link to that video, they are staying in place. They are in faux concrete pots. They will be just fine. But I do want to show you how pretty the Boston ivy is looking, and it's turning even more red as it gets colder. There's lots of berries on there. So even though it is starting to look a little ragged, things don't look too bad. I love the statuesque hollies that stay in those large concrete pots all year. And by the way, I probably will light those because I can see them from my kitchen window, and it's nice during the holidays to have something festive in the backyard in addition to the front, so you can really have something fun to look at. And the potager is getting fluffy and overgrown, but that's okay. It's too late, definitely too late to do any pruning on it. And I believe most of these pots have been brought in. You'll notice that no longer is the olive tree and the olive pot in the center. But the mums are still looking pretty. Those will stay out. That large brown turkey fig behind that tutor, and those, by the way, are from Gardener's Supply. Those are the Titan Totem tutors, I believe. I'll try to remember to put a link below. But that large brown turkey fig, it will die down. And this year, because it has gotten rather large, it might need to be moved. And then I've cut back a lot of the other things on either end of that border because they had powdery mildew. And just needs a little cleanup. There's some crows and more scented geraniums that need to come inside. But the light is pretty. I'm really excited about the cold weather. I'm happy for it to arrive. I am tired of watering. It has been extremely dry. We still haven't gotten any rain. I am hoping that we'll have some on the horizon, but I am getting tired of lugging that hose. And I gave everything a really good final watering yesterday. And now those annuals that remain will just expire until they set seed or they come back next year. I am going to try to do a roundup of some of my favorite things from this past growing season so that I know to replicate them again next year, and I'll put that in my garden journal because I don't want to forget those things that delighted me. Some things I'll change, but some things that particularly pleased me will make a reappearance next year. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up because it's getting cold out, you guys. And I do have some fun things on the horizon to tell you about, but it's still premature for me to do that right now. So from my very autumnal, leafy fall garden to yours, you guys have a great Friday. TGIF.